Everything is now fine here on Detention Block 8823, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike flying solo today. And I say now fine because if you were with us live not too long ago, we were having a little bit of technical difficulties with my iPad for a trailer that we're looking to watch here pretty soon. So apologies if you were on and running through those technical difficulties. We're all set. I figured it out. I needed an update on my iPad. We're good now, so we should be good to go here. Anyways, I'll start with the business elements. If you're listening to us right now, hit that subscribe button, like, download, follow, rate, review, all of the above. We greatly appreciate it. Any little thing you do definitely helps us get our YouTube channel name and podcast name out there amongst all the other Star Wars channels, and there are quite a few. Once we hit 200 subscribers, we will have a prize giveaway. And then when we hit 500 subscribers, we will have another prize giveaway of a lightsaber. Not just one of those like toy ones you get at Target or Walmart that extend out. This is a legit lightsaber. You're going to want to be a part of this drawing. So make sure you're public. Once we hit 200 subscribers and then 500, we will create these or create a little drawing. But we need to know who you are in order to put your name in there. Anyways, again, if you're with us live not too long ago, we're talking about the newly announced Star Wars game news. And between when I was live previously and now, I found out there's actually a second game that's been announced as well. But the first one, I hope you guys are excited for this. We are finally getting another KOTOR game. Sounds like it's not like a direct, sequel or anything, but it's a KOTOR game. And it is called Fate of the Old Republic. So I will read through the little write-ups that it has. So Game Awards 2025 kicked off with this huge announcement. So this game is what kicked it off. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic is led by Casey Hudson, so former director of the much-loved Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic that we were talking about, and Mass Effect trilogy. So that is great news that we will have that. The development studio is Edmonton, Alberta-based Argonaut Studios. It's described to be a narrative-driven single-player RPG. So again, if you're familiar with KOTOR, and spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic. Lucasfilm insisted Fate of the Old Republic is not a direct sequel or continuation of KOTOR and will introduce new characters for all new story. It's said to be in the early stages of development, and we have the trailer here to share out with everyone. So excited to go through that. No official release date yet, so once we find that out, we will obviously share that. Hopefully, this is one that they finish through and not just scrub a few months later. But very exciting if you love those KOTOR games. And if you're like me, as soon as I hear this, I'm like, well, I need to go back and play those games. So once I drop off here, then I'll probably go back to the first game again, start playing that again, because it's been a while. So I'm going to want to get that story fresh in my mind. And a little blurb here. So players step into the role of a Force user in a galaxy on the edge of rebirth. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic will blend innovative storytelling, memorable characters, and heart-pounding combat for an unforgettable experience where every decision deepens the player's journey towards light and darkness, or light or darkness. So again, very along the lines of the KOTOR games that we all love and adore. And we will go through those trailers right now. Now that my iPad is up to date and working, I can share that trailer. So if you're familiar with how we do reaction videos, I use my iPad. So just bear with me as I get it started. We'll watch it one time through and I'll kind of just watch it and react. And then after we'll talk about it afterwards and then watch it a second time and go in a little bit more of the nitty gritty and whatnot. So let me pull that up really quick and we'll get going. So share screen. See, now it's looking right. Thankfully. All right. Go to YouTube. It's probably changed. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to search it again. So let's search. See, I thought it was fall at first, but it's Fate of the Old Republic. I'll just click into that since it'll bring it to us. All right. Get it. Full screen. All right. And we'll get going in 3, 2, 1. I'm very curious how the in-game play graphics will be. Looks good. Very cinematic. That looks so good. Can we just have movies like this? That looks like a K2 droid. It can't be. What was that? This is awesome. That music is great. All right.
Customize and save with.
Nope. No free advertisement. Well, there you go. Not much revealed in that trailer. But holy crap, it looked very cinematic. I hope the in-game cutscenes are to this level because that was pretty good. The music of the trailer definitely felt Star Wars, and again, the graphics are amazing. Again, nothing really revealed too much. Very interesting at the end there. What kind of thing looked massive, and the only other thing that I really noticed was a droid that kind of resembled K2. This is before that time. Obviously, the Galactic Empire isn't here yet. Not to say that the K2 droids didn't exist before the Galactic Empire, but they were Empire droids, so I would imagine around that time. But yeah, so I'm assuming is our lead, and then accompanying droid, and we'll be able to fight with them as well if it's like KOTOR. Yeah, and we see the ship and everything, so pretty cool though. This is a teaser trailer, so it's obvious that we wouldn't get that much information from it, but cool nonetheless. So definitely excited, and let's play it one more time. Get it going here. It's 1:30. It did not seem like 1:30. It seemed a lot quicker than that. But we'll do it again here in 3, 2, 1. None. Not a mod. Those graphics, man, that's so cool. But again, we're not really getting much information at this point. They're just trying to grab our attention, and it's working. This is likely the lead. New characters, remember? So we've got the lead, a droid, and a company partner. It's like a mining facility or something. It's a Balrog. That's what we're fighting, a Balrog. None shall pass. Oh, that's different. You shall not pass. Cool. Well, there we have it. That's Fate of the Old Republic. So let me switch over here. Stop sharing. Click that. Come on. There we go. Stop. And we're back. So yeah, that's Fate of the Old Republic. Looks pretty good. I mean, cinematic wise, cutscene wise, it's got my attention. Well, as I mentioned, there's another game, another Star Wars game that I didn't originally know, that I just found out about 30, 45 minutes ago. But the other one is Star Wars Galactic Racer. Makes me think of Pod Racer, but from what I've seen, it's not a pod racing game. I'll read through again the little snippets we have here. A brand new Star Wars racing game has been announced from the makers of Burnout and Need for Speed. Oh man, Need for Speed was a great game. I mean, Need for Speed 2, when I was in college, we played that all the time, freshmen in the dorms. And I just remember you get behind another car and you get that NOS. You build up that NOS by drifting behind another one. But anyways, Need for Speed was great games. So Star Wars Galactic Racer is the first from Fuse Games, the studio founded in 2023 by former co-founders and lead developers at Criterion, the EA-owned veteran British outfit behind some of gaming's most beloved racers, such as Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Okay, so Hot Pursuit, not Need for Speed 2. Star Wars Galactic Racer is a runs-based, high-stakes reinvention of racing born in the lawless outer rim of Star Wars Galaxy. An official blurb reads, with the Empire gone and the galaxy rebuilding, the Galactic League is formed, an underground, unsanctioned circuit where syndicates bankroll chaos and champions are forged. No force, no prophecy, just skill, strategy, and the will to rise. So this was announced tonight at the Game Awards 2025. The project will be published by Secret Mode, the newly independent publisher that previously handled Still Wakes the Deep. As for release date, we only know it's coming in 2026 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. So cool. Another game. Not as excited about this as KOTOR, but if we remember when Pod Racing game came out, like that was a big hit for N64. Man, so many hours spent playing that game, and it was tough. That was a tough game for sure. I don't know why I just had a Southern accent that just popped out there. Maybe because that game came out when I lived in Texas, so maybe I don't know. Guilty by association and memories. So I will. It sounds like we have a trailer for that. I haven't even looked, to be honest. So this is fresh off, hot off the press. Let's see if there actually is a trailer, and we will do the same thing as we did with Fate of the Old Republic. All right, so what is it called? Galactic Racer. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Official reveal trailer. Okay. It's also a minute and a half. So let's do this whole thing again, where we're going to share our screen. So glad it's working this time. That was a little awkward last time. Don't worry about it. Okay. So this is Star Wars Galactic Racer. It's getting full screen mode. Start. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
I want it back. The way it was before
Looks
the
like
Empire
Jakku.
shut it down. Massive engines. lightning fast. Lives on the line. The pilots were incredible.
These look like ships more than.
United by one beautiful dream.
That wasn't the Falcon. Graphics aren't as good.
The galaxy needs racing.
Is it speeders? Like off? Can't be off. That looks like Jakku. Or Tatooine. Desert planet. Can't have a Star Wars game without Desert planet. Sebulba? Wait a minute. Okay. So maybe there is some pod racing tie-ins here. All right. I mean, it looks fun. It looks fun. It's a racing game. Racing games are fun. I was thinking it wasn't pod racing to start out with because I did see like pictures that look like speeders. But it looked like a range from like a single man speeder all the way to like not a pod racer, but like actual ships. Some of it reminded me of what's the animated show? Resistance? Yeah, Resistance. There's racing that takes place in the Resistance show. And some of the ships look very similar to that. So what we know from reading is this is post OT. So the Galactic Empire is gone, and it's just people that are racing. I am really curious if Sebulba so he's continued on. He's still around, maybe, or is this like an ancestor? Because this would be some time after the prequels, but who knows? Maybe his species doesn't age a bit because it looked just the same. Anyways, I think we need to watch this one more time, as usual. And hey, why not watch more Star Wars content? So we will do this again in 3, 2, 1, go.
I want it back.
That's definitely Jakku.
The way it was before the Empire shut it down. Massive engines. Lightning fast. Lives on the line.
So that's like a land speeder almost.
The pilots were incredible.
That looks like a TIE fighter in a way.
The best.
No, that looks like a Jedi starfighter.
United.
That's like Call of Duty style right there.
Dream.
Okay, hold on. I'll keep going. I'll go back. So it's varying types of speeders. I saw a single man and like ships almost. Kind of hot. Or a nice planet. Looks like an A-wing almost. Star Wars Galactic Racer. That's gotta be Sebulba. It does that thing. I want to go back because I want to see what ship that is. It gives off Millennium Falcon vibes. I doubt it is. Come on. Pause. Where was it? Right here. Is that the Millennium Falcon?
By one.
No, that can't be. Right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think it is. It's probably, oh, and there's a dewback. Stupid little things I find. Actually, it kind of looks like Dash Rendar's ship a little bit. But I mean, it's a similar freighter type ship, at least in this view. Um, but no, it's not Millennium Falcon. But yeah, because wait a minute, it could be because what's his face acquires it before Force Awakens. It's in the junkyard. Oh, what's his name? That could be the Millennium Falcon.
United by one beautiful dream.
Is this their way of like including more context for the sequel trilogy, like how the Millennium Falcon ended up in his hands? All right, I gotta look up his name really quick. Who owns the Millennium Falcon on Jakku? Unkar Plutt. So maybe this is how he gets a hold of it. Maybe. And I'm sure we're not going to get full context behind it. It's just like, okay, we're on Jakku. Here's the Millennium Falcon because it's sitting there in the junkyard. Just more context. Anyways, all right, I'm going to get out of this. Multi-view, stop share. All right. So there you have it. I mean, 2 trailers. We got 2 trailers. That's pretty cool. Was not expecting this. So I sent out the note to the crew and I was like, who's able to record tonight? I don't have much to talk about, but I was like 50-50 because it's been a busy week. And like, are we going to be able to record tonight? And then after I send that text, this pops up. I'm like, all right, well, we definitely have something to talk about. We've got 2 trailers. One that I'm super, super excited about. The Fate of the Old Republic. And like I said, I'm probably just going to start playing those games again as soon as I get off here. It's 12:30, but why not just get it going? And then I'll play some more tomorrow night. I got to get that story fresh in my mind. Even though the release date is still TBD, I follow through with this, please. Please follow through with this game. Don't cancel it. I want to play it. The first 2 were just way too good to not have another game like that. But when we find out when that game will be released, we will bring that to everyone. And then the second game, which is Galactic Racer. So maybe not as exciting, but hey, could be pretty fun. Pod racing game was a lot of fun, and maybe this will follow suit. And hey, that looked like Sebulba in there. Who's going to be the racers? Who are we going to have? We might have Sebulba. Are we going to have some of the other prequel cast in that? We'll just have to wait and see. We won't have Anakin Skywalker, that's for sure. So will there be another human racer? That'll be up in the air. But all right. Well, I will end that for today. Again, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button, like, rate, review, comment, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. Any little thing you do helps us tremendously in getting our channel's name out there amongst all the other Star Wars YouTube channels and podcasts. We will have a drawing at 200 subscribers to give away some Star Wars stuff. And then once we hit 500, we will be giving away a lightsaber similar to one of these. So you're going to want to be a part of that. So hit that subscribe button if you're listening, and make sure you're public so we can enter your name in, or so I know who you are to be able to enter that one in. Other than that, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Looking forward to bringing more Star Wars content next week. And I'm excited to talk to some of the other guys about their reactions to this. So they weren't able to jump on because it was kind of last minute. But I am definitely excited to hear what they think of these games. I know when I texted out, Zach responded, and he was really excited about the fate of the Old Republic, and that it was what's his face? I'm spacing on his name right now. The guy who did Mass Effect, Casey Hudson. So definitely he was excited about that. But anyways, till next time, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. And as always, may the force be with you. All right. Bye, everyone.